In 2019, the Saginaw City Council, with public input, began a process of prioritizing the long-term needs of city facilities and infrastructure and identifying methods to pay for these improvements. Once specific projects were identified, the City Council appointed a Citizens Bond Committee to review and prioritize the projects for a potential bond election. The Citizen Bond Committee is comprised of citizen volunteers appointed by City Council. For this bond election, there are 3 propositions based on the recommendations of the Citizen Bond Committee. The 3 propositions, totaling $67,450,000 on the May ballot for Saginaw voters to consider are street and roadway improvements, Proposition A, parks improvements and a new senior center, Proposition B, and a new library, Proposition C. Proposition A is $37,550,000 for the purpose of designing and constructing roadways, sidewalks, intersections, and related improvements in the city. Each of the projects will also include any necessary drainage improvements, utility relocations, intersection improvements, landscaping, lighting, and signage. Proposition A includes the following projects: Knowles Drive Phase 1, Edwards to Woodcrest, intersection improvement at W.J. Bowes. Knowles McElroy Boulevard intersection improvement, including eliminating the low water crossing on West McElroy Boulevard. Knowles Drive Phase 2, Woodcrest to McElroy Boulevard. Knowles Drive Phase 3, McElroy Boulevard to Longhorn. West McElroy Boulevard Phase 3, Saginaw Boulevard to Knowles. West McElroy Boulevard Phase 4, Knowles to Old Decatur. Some of the projects may be eligible for matching funds from the Tarrant County November 2021 Transportation Bond Program. Any remaining funds from approved bond could be allocated towards other transportation or street projects. Knowles Phase 1 is proposed to be a 2-lane concrete roadway with curb and gutter and sidewalk on the west side of the road. The limits of this phase are from just south of Woodcrest Drive to Edwards Drive, approximately 3/4 of a mile. There will be a single-lane roundabout located at the intersection of Knowles Drive and W.J. Bowes Road, replacing the current 4-way stop-controlled intersection. The proposed project also includes an internalized storm drain system, which will improve storm drain capacity to alleviate flooding in the adjacent neighborhoods. Knowles Phase 2 is proposed to be a 3-lane concrete roadway with curb and gutter, including a center turn lane with sidewalk on the east side of the road. The limits of this phase are from north of McElroy Boulevard to south of Woodcrest Drive, approximately 1/3 of a mile. There will be a pedestrian crossing from the neighborhood to Willow Creek Park near Kingsbrook Lane. The proposed project also includes an internalized storm drain system, allowing for the removal of the existing roadside ditches. Knowles McElroy Boulevard intersection improvement is proposed to be a single-lane roundabout located at the intersection of Knowles Drive and McElroy Boulevard, replacing the current signalized intersection. There will be enhanced pedestrian crossings at the intersection, which include raised crosswalks and push-button activated pedestrian crossing signs. A wider pedestrian crosswalk will be featured in the roundabout to ensure pedestrian safety, especially the crossing of McElroy Boulevard on the west side of the intersection. This will allow for larger gathering points on both sides of the road and give pedestrians a much larger safe harbor space in the middle of the crosswalk when proceeding through the intersection. Part of this project will include raising McElroy Boulevard and upgrading the storm crossing just west of Knowles Drive to alleviate frequent flooding issues. Currently, the creek overtops the roadway during a major storm event, causing it to be closed for safety. Knowles Phase 3 is proposed to be a 3-lane concrete roadway, including a center turn lane with sidewalk on the east side of the road. The limits of this phase are from Longhorn Road to south of McElroy Boulevard, approximately 3/4 of a mile. The project also includes the installation of a traffic signal at the intersection of Longhorn Road and Knowles Drive, and 2 pedestrian crossings from the neighborhood to Willow Creek Park. The proposed project also includes an internalized storm drain system, allowing for the removal of the existing roadside ditches. The limits of McElroy Phase 3 are from Knowles Drive to Saginaw Boulevard, approximately 1 mile. This section of McElroy is planned to have 1 lane in each direction, raised landscape median or center turn lane, 8-foot wide sidewalks, and on-street parking where feasible. The section of McElroy will be landscaped and provide pedestrian improvements to allow for parking and pedestrian access to these city facilities: City Hall, Aquatic Center, and Police Department. There are plans for the addition of a new fire station, library, and senior center. McElroy Phase 4 is proposed to be a 4-lane divided concrete roadway with 8-foot sidewalks on both sides of the road. The limits of this phase are from Old Decatur Road to Knowles Drive, approximately half a mile. The proposed project also includes an internalized storm drain system, allowing for the removal of the existing roadside ditches. Proposition B is $11,200,000 for a new senior center and parks improvements. The new senior center is planned to be a 10,000 square foot facility costing approximately $7.2 million. It will be located along McElroy Boulevard and will include a game room, arts and crafts room, a larger and upgraded kitchen, a large multipurpose hall, outdoor activity space, and parking improvements. The senior center is planned to be adjacent to the proposed library. This proposition also includes $4 million for additions to city parks, such as trails, lighting, benches, sports recreational facilities, upgraded park equipment, and parking. $4 million for park improvements will be prioritized based on the recommendation of the Parks Board using a 2019 Parks Assessment as a general guide. Proposition C is $18,700,000 for a new 30,000 square foot, 2-story municipal library along McElroy Boulevard. The current library is 10,000 square feet and functions like a community center, hosting a wide range of classes, youth programs, and community group meetings. Examples of classes offered at the library include GED exam preparation, English as a second language, U.S. citizenship, and conversational foreign language classes. Community users of the facility include writers groups, arts and crafters, youth organizations like the Girl Scouts, and homeowners associations. The new library will include a multi-purpose meeting room and conference center, expanded computer stations, a business center, and personal study rooms. This project also includes an outdoor learning and activity space for all ages. Please share this video so everyone is informed on the upcoming bond election and the items included. For more information, visit www.saginawtxbond2021.org. That's www.saginawtxbond2021.org.